Hey everyone, I am really excited about this week's episode of Life Beyond the Clouds. I have Katrina Brooks, who's the makeup artist to all the Nashville stars. She's done the biggest and the best, and she actually took out an hour of her time. We started talking so much, and we had so much to say that she was able and willing to do a whole hour session with me. So we're going to do it in two parts because there was so much to talk about. The first part will be a lot of introduction and talking about what she does, and the second part, the following week, is going to be a lot about spirituality and faith and past life regression and how things have kept her so grounded with this busy life she has and all the people that she sees, how fame and things like this have kept her where she isn't grounded and how she turns back to that. She's such an amazing, beautiful human being. I hope you tune in and watch because she has a lot to say. So I want to thank all of you for liking and following. Please like and subscribe and please tune in. Thank you so much. God bless. Well, good morning, everyone. I'd like to welcome all of you to Life Beyond the Clouds. And I'm so excited to have Katrina Brooks here today, makeup artist to the country stars. She lives in Nashville, and we're going to talk to her and touch base about everything, about the clients. And she also does politicians. She has a very wide range of people that she has seen. And it's so interesting, her career and her life. She has another whole side to her, not just the makeup and the people she touches, but there's another spiritual side to her. We're going to talk about everything and the connection that she's actually made with this exciting life. Because I know you've done the CMAs and you've done so many famous people, but you're still so incredibly grounded. And this is why I just think you're such an amazing and fascinating guest to have on, this other side of you that is connected spiritually and this kind of spiritual journey you've been on, that when you're not in all the glitz and glimmer, you come back to this. And I really believe that you have so much to offer people with what you do. So I'm really looking forward to this conversation with you. And I want to give you a second to kind of introduce yourself before we kind of get into this and start kind of asking some questions, because I'm very interested about your daily life and what it's like for you and how you turn it off and on, how you go from doing this excitement and doing, the Grand Ole Opry and the CMAs and the politicians and traveling around, because you travel, you go places, you do studios, TV sets. So I want to just know what it's like for you, how you come back, because I think people don't always understand when they see this. They think that you're always on. So I really would like you to go ahead and just talk a little bit about your relationship and how you turn this
Yeah.
off.
Well, first off, thank you for having me. And second, thank you for being you, because I would not be here today if it wasn't for you. So meeting you 2 years ago has seriously changed the trajectory of my life. And I honestly believe that it has brought in even more amazing people and clients into my life because of you opening me up to my spiritual side. So it has just been a whirlwind. And like you said, I am working all over. I
Mm-hmm.
have so many different people that I work with, and the energies can be amazing, but then they can also be a lot. And so the come down in between is really just my safe space, and that is my home. I really need a lot of time in between to just regroup. But yeah, I've been so lucky to work with so many amazing people and learn so many things. Just people from all different walks of life.
What I think is amazing about you is also, listen, and I thank you. I feel so blessed. I believe it was spiritually done. I don't believe in coincidences or accidents. I believe we were supposed to connect.
Well, I met you through your niece,
Yes.
which
Yes.
was a client of mine.
Yes. So
So
I'm
it
just
was
saying
totally
everything.
done by the universe.
Yes. It's always divinely done. And also with me too, the people that you have sent to me, the people that you have felt. Do you understand? Even with me, that you felt that, you wanted other people to talk to me because you spoke with me. And that means so much to me, because that's what really life is about on this journey. It's all about the connection. Everything, when you meet someone, it never ends there. It's always about the continuation. It's about the next person that you're
I
going
feel
to
like
meet.
I'm your little helper. They come to my chair. Only takes about 5 to 10 minutes for me to get out of them. And then I'm like, okay, you need to talk to Renee.
But even with you though, Katrina, what you leave people to though, I don't think you understand when you have somebody in your chair for 2 hours and you're on movie sets and you're, backstage with all these people that are so nervous and it's chaotic, right?
Mhm.
And they're wanting things, and their expectations might be higher, but you're able to just to calm them down. You're able to give them an energy that when they leave, I've had your clients come to me and they love you. They'll just say, if it wasn't for Katrina, what she's done, honestly, your energy. And that's like a really big thing because you're an old soul. You're a
Yeah.
very old soul and you've been here many times and you offer so much to the people that you stay connected with them. And it really matters. It's not just about what you do, it's about what you give them when they leave. And for you, I know you care about all of them. And when honestly, when they come to me, the first thing they say is, I love Katrina. that's the first thing out of their mouth. And I'll say, how can you not? She's an
Right.
amazing soul. And they'll just say, she helped me so much. She calmed me down, and that you still stay connected with them. Even if
Mhm.
they move on, you still wish everybody well and you stay so connected. And I think that that's what's so beautiful about you. You don't have an ego. There's no ego in this for you. You
Right.
are just this person that is still moving forward their life and has so much to do and so much to offer and so many new beginnings. And I just see you traveling and going back and forth, and I just feel like you're just still on the beginning of this
Yeah.
amazing journey, and your young years that you've accomplished so much is so amazing.
My makeup chair is like a therapy session
Yeah.
for them and for me. I've been doing this for 14 years now. Like, I was 18 years old when I had very important people sitting in my chair. And even from then, I can remember like feeling their energy and trying to make it better. Like, even if I just give them a safe space to like relax for the few minutes of downtime they have, because stre- set and live sets are very stressful. You
So
don't
what's
want to.
the difference in that? This is what I want to know. What is the difference in a set? No, I think this is people I don't even know. So I want to
No,
know what's the
sure.
difference.
Well, a live set means as soon as they're out of your chair and mic'd and sitting on the in their chair, they're about to be live on television. So they're now in your makeup chair having to prep what they're going to say live. And if it's something they're reporting on that's been happening in the last 10 minutes, like, they have to know what they're talking about because they don't always have teleprompters ready. And that's, I'm talking more of the political world for that.
Okay.
And that is just high stress because if you say something wrong live, it is, you know how the internet is. So live is definitely a lot more stressful, but then we have, a lot of people that want to do a good job and don't know how to handle stress on in set environments like commercial shoots or music video shoots. And so, you know, that is a totally different stress, but still a stress because, time is money. So if people are not doing things at a good time, everybody else is affected. And sometimes the energy with that gets crazy. And I just do my best to bring peace back in the makeup room.
And I think that this is what you were supposed to do, because the energy really does matter, right? I always just say for people, you ever just meet someone and you either just feel really comfortable with them or you just kind of feel like you want to just take a step back. So I just think when people meet you, it's that instantly, as soon as they get in the chair, it's like that, it's going to be okay. Just sit back, relax.
Right.
Let me take care of you right now. Just let it go and get your thoughts together. And I don't think people understand that it's so much more than you just, doing makeup for people and
Or like
making them look
powdering
good.
sweat. Right. Exactly.
And I think people sometimes have a misperception of this, or they just really think when people will come or they'll talk about people, don't realize what goes on before people even get on to the TV and they walk out and they look amazing. It's people like
Mhm.
you that have gotten them there. You're the last word sometimes they're going to hear
Yeah.
before they walk out and talk to someone. So it's that
Right.
energy that you're giving them. And I just think you're so connected that you receive messages too from heaven that it's
That's
something
good.
or they're supposed to hear, that sometimes I think you're surprised that, oh my gosh, I don't know why I said that to them, but you could just tell it made a difference when
Oh
they
yeah.
got out of the chair. And you're
Yep.
very spiritually, and I have to ask you, is there a Darlene somewhere for you?
Yes, my mother.
Okay. I just heard the name Darlene just popped in my head. I just say when things happen, I'm just hearing, is it your mother's mother? It's your mother's mother that's in heaven, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Was there anything going on with your mom recently, or some get together or doing something with her?
Um, Actually, she sent me a link to a house she might purchase, and the number of the house is 333.
Okay. So interesting, because I keep seeing the numbers, because as I do this, I get the automatic writing. So I'm writing things as
Yeah.
we go, because I just feel like there's something new around your mother. Like there's something new where she's moving forward, as if she's being guided to do this. And I feel like it's kind of been like a back and forth thing. So that just tapped in. So I just needed to touch base with
Love
this
it.
for a little bit. So I just wanted to connect. But I really feel like there's going to be some more traveling, and I feel like there's new things that you're going to be doing. I see a lot of photography for you also, because I feel like this is something that you're very passionate about. I feel like you don't understand how much bigger that this is going to get for you yet, that there's still so many ventures and things, Katrina, that you're going to be doing. You came into this world to really make people feel better and to help them on this journey. I don't think we understand that gifts come in many different ways. We look at certain people, right? Or when people say, I have the gift, but I always just say, but so do you. Your gift is what you came in with to help other people to get
Right.
to where they're going. It's never about an either or something being better. It's
Right.
about always using it. And you're so mindful about what you do. And you're also so humble, because you never really talk about the people. You mean that you see, like you're not a name dropper, honestly.
I
Like if
don't
I
even
were
take
to,
photos with my clients. I've never felt like it was appropriate. And now we live in a world where that's everything is online.
yes, and you never do that. I mean, I know, I mean, some of the people that you've seen, and it's just, it's even with me, you don't talk about it. It's when you see them, it's personal and it's private. And I just think that's such an amazing quality with you that people have to understand how you take such good care of that, and it means so much to you that they come to you that you never ever. I mean, honestly, you could use that to advance your career and you don't, right?
Yeah,
Your word of mouth, people know how good you are, so they just keep coming. You don't have to, but that's
right.
also such that humility, such a beautiful trait with you. And I just don't think we see enough of that today.
I
And
know.
I think it's such an important gift that you also offer. So, what are your hopes and dreams going forward? What is it that when you see yourself, like if you see yourself in 5 years from now, what is it you see yourself doing or would like to do?
It's I have so many things going on always because I'm such a creative person. I'm always getting into something else to do. And so I think years from now, I just want to have had, I don't know, touch the lives of even more people. Like just help people wake up to like living now in the present, and all these, stresses we have in our day to day aren't as important as everyone makes them out to be. And so I just hope wherever the next few years leads me, I just get to sprinkle some fairy dust among hundreds of people along the way.
But that's what you're doing. I have to ask you, is there any connection to birds with you? Is there anything with birds that mean anything for you?
Yeah. I see cardinals like crazy.
Okay, because I feel like you get sent these, and I think you always question, wonder, is this something, I mean,
Yeah.
from your grandmother? Because I just feel as if she makes me hear them singing almost. I feel like when they come to you, it's almost like they're singing because she's so very proud of you. She's
Yeah.
so very proud of not just what you've accomplished, but who you are as a person, like who you were. Do you understand when you, and this is so weird. Is there anything about you naming things? Like, how you have a car and you give it a name, or you have, what I mean? Like you'll give things names. It's kind of funny of your way of, what I mean, how you'll want to connect with them, like things in your house. How you'll just say, my car's name is this, and my,
I definitely do name things and enjoy naming things, whether it
that's
be
what I mean, in a fun way. I mean, it's like in a cute way. It's like you'll refer to
yeah,
your car with a name, you'll
because
refer to
it's
this with a
creative. I
name.
like to be creative.
Um, Now, are you starting to, I feel like you're starting to branch out on your own a little bit too with the makeup and stuff. Is this something I feel like you're kind of like branching out or doing things, I mean, yourself in your own place, like you're, branching out and doing more with this, or other people, it's almost like other people are coming to you. I don't know if they're wanting to use your things,
Yeah.
but they're, does this
Maybe
make
you're
sense?
maybe you're thinking I've been getting a lot of requests for lessons lately.
Okay.
And there was a long period of time where nobody wanted lessons, and now everybody is starting to feel like they want to be able to do it themselves.
You know what I really feel like with that? I think we've lost sense. I think with the internet and computers and all this stuff that everyone's on, everybody's instantly famous now.
I
And we've
know.
lost the sense of going to people that really have the knowledge, going to people that really have like this amazing skill. And I don't think we can move forward unless we go backwards, because all the
Well,
lessons are from the past, the
say
people
that
that have it.
they see the online videos teaching you, but it doesn't register because a lot of people are like me where it's hands on. I need to be with you showing me how to do it. And so you can watch as many videos, but if you don't see somebody doing it on you, it won't translate. And so maybe that's why people are starting to realize you can't learn everything online.
Well, I also think it's even more than that, Katrina, with you. I think it's about the connection that you have with people. It's also about when you get in the chair, you don't look at them, right? Their title goes away. When they come to you, this is a person, right? It's like for the first 3 seconds, you're like, okay, I'm doing so and so today, right? And then it's just like, you know what? Okay, what makeup do I want to use? What do I want to do for their hair, whether it's a man or a woman? How
Yeah,
do I make them look better? Like you, and I think people want to be so instantly famous for
I know.
themselves that they have forgotten the job. And for you, this is why I love it so much, because you care about what you're doing with this. It doesn't matter after the first 3 seconds. It's like, okay, what's my week like? Oh, I have them and them and them, and I'm doing the CMA. But
Right.
okay, I need my makeup. But I also want to help them personally.
Oh yeah, I like zone in on them 100%. And I purposefully don't look up people before I go and work with them because I like to go in as just fresh. I have no idea what you do or what you've done. Even if I know their name, I like to just go in and ask human to human all the regular human questions. And their face is just a canvas to me. So I look at the structure and then I go from there. And I
That's
ask
what
them
I
what they
love.
would like and I go from there.
And that's what I love. And it's the same thing with me when people will come, right? It doesn't matter. Titles don't matter to me because, God, Katrina, at the end of your life, you're not taking your title with you.
Right.
You're
Or your
taking the
money.
soul with you. You're taking the essence, all this stuff. It doesn't matter. This is your human experience. But as far as the soul goes, that's the one thing. If you don't keep that where it needs to be, or keep that in check, or keep that grounded, or check in. I always say to people, you need to check in with the soul every day. I mean, what is it that you
People
really
don't do
want?
that. I know, like, I feel so bad for the people that don't know their relationship to their soul. And that's why I try to help a little bit.
Because honestly, you know that they have as many problems. People, doesn't matter who you are, they're just still human beings, and they have as many problems as anybody else, sometimes more, because the expectations are so high for them. They love, I'm sure, sitting with you, and they can just be who they are for that 2 hours or however long they're with you, that it
Mhm.
doesn't matter. You don't care. You just talk to them about what you do when you're a kid. What did you do? Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? What is it that you like to do? And people don't ask that stuff anymore. It's always
Right.
about what you're doing next, what you have. It's not about what did you do when you were 12? What was your favorite thing to do? You
Yeah.
know, and this is where your energy comes in. And I know that you're so connected when you're with people, because I just know you from knowing you that it's, you just want to learn. You're like this little sponge. You want to learn so much
Yeah.
about the divine and heaven. And I know you've had an experience with something that you just had done, you
I've
know,
had a lot of fun experiences as of late.
but yeah, and I don't know if you want to touch base on any of that. We don't have to, but I know that that was something for you. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
you've had some experiences, because I always just think your past determines so much of where you're going.
Right. And we know it. We just forgot how to remember it. We
Yes.
have everything from our past inside of us. It's just we forgot how to tap into it.
And that's really the important thing. I think you can't move forward until you know why we do things, right? And you so
Right.
much are about trying to figure out why, like why certain things happen. And this is where
Mhm.
your soul is really growing and advancing. I always just say we have these soul growth times. We all do, but some of us just ignore it and we try to fix it with things and stuff.
When
Where
or
you took a
we're
step.
gonna distract with alcohol, like there's so many ways to
Yes.
just not, heal.
So Katrina, I always like to ask a question too. And it's, what do you want to bring to this day and what do you want to leave behind? I don't think we ever ask ourselves that question the morning we get up and we start focusing on everything. And I always set my alarm clock for about 10 to 15 minutes before I actually have to get up. So, because I
Mhm.
feel like we're still in that dream state a lot, we're still connected to heaven so much. So, this is where I start connecting with the divine and the angels and say, this is my soul plan. Keep me on this today. This is what, can you please help to bring this to me and help me? And I was just, we have to say, what is it you want to bring to this day and what do you want to leave behind?
I always want to bring positivity and light to every day.
That's beautiful.
And I want to have the I mean, you don't always get the moments, but I love the moments where you feel like that was divinely guided, that was meant to happen, that connection happened for a reason, and you feel good about how you're walking away from it. But what was the second part of that question?
What do you want to, I love that. No, that's fine. What do you want to leave behind? Like, what is
Oh,
it that you would just say in the morning? I really would like to learn to start letting go of this. Like,
oh,
things.
I would love to leave behind the past. So I've been doing a lot of work to learn and heal from the past
Love
because
that.
we have to do everything to learn. But it's just if you live in the past and in past mistakes and just past events that were out of your control, you will never live in the present. So I just want to leave behind the past with every day.
I just think that's really, really important because you're consciously aware of that. And I just
Mhm.
think when you make yourself, and that's the reason I'm asking the question, because some people, if you ask that, they would absolutely say, oh, I don't know. I've never asked that question. And you were able to automatically just know what you want to bring and what you want to leave. So that
Yeah.
just shows how much your soul is really connecting with you, that you already know in the morning, this is really what, I want to do. I want to learn to love myself more and to, believe in what I'm doing. And I also just want to leave the things back that are hurting the soul. And the fact that you could answer that without any hesitation to me
Yeah.
just shows how far you've come, and where you're at in this journey. And I just really think you're such an amazing person. And I just think it's so good for people to see the other side of a coin, right? We look at everything, we prejudge it. We look at it and we'll just look at people's face and you're beautiful and we'll think, you have everything, you're doing everything, and but that you still have this side to you where you're trying to figure out your own life and you want to have, right, just the calmness, and you love home. You're all about home,
Yeah.
and being home. And of course, our barking dogs, as everybody can tell. But this is life, right? And that for you, that this part of your life is so very important. And what I see for you is so much love and so much stability, for you. I just feel so much peace around you, that your journey, that what you had to go through and what we all have to go through gets us to where we need to be. It's
Right.
never the final destination when we go through stuff. And you've actually gotten to a point where you understand that. And I think you bring that to your clients too, because I think what they tell me is there's so many of them too, even though they have this, that they have questions, and you kind of calm them down. And that's why I really wanted people to see and to meet you and to see
Mhm.
what this kind of life is like, but how you offer just more than the makeup. You're offering them, listen, it's okay, you're going to be great.
And we're more than what we do for
Oh,
work
yes.
and what we do for a living. And like you said, everybody judges from what you do. And the first thing they
Yes.
ask is, well, what are your crazy stories? Who have you worked with? And it's like, well, I as a person am not what I do for a living. I'm lucky I get to live out my passion and help people along the way and be creative and fund my life doing all of that. But at the end of the day, we need to stop having our identity be
Hmm.
what we do for work.
And I think this is such a good place to even to end with this, because I think this is the most important thing people have to understand in life. And for you to even say this, and to young girls like that you have coming up in this makeup business, right? That you see them now and they're 19 and 20 and their eyes are full of, what I mean, I'm going to do this person and I'm going to be famous too. That at the end of the day, for you, you just, I know how you are. And it's like, no, this is still a human being. I mean? You treat them with the same kindness and respect that you would treat anyone. You don't treat anybody any differently. It wouldn't matter if it was me in your chair. It wouldn't matter who it is. You would still give the same love and compassion and kindness to everyone, because you don't know. You always want to find out their story. And I think that's what's so beautiful, because everybody's story has something to teach us. We're
Right.
going to learn from everyone, no matter what it is. And I just think this is what's so amazing about you. And I really thank you. And I can't thank you enough for taking time. And I really would love to have you back again to share your story and your journey, because I just think it's so helpful in a world today where people, are so fast paced and don't take the time and
I
to
know.
want to do this. And the fact that you were willing and said absolutely as soon as I asked you with no hesitation, it shows you who you are as a person.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
And I look forward to having you back again, Katrina. And I wish you so much love and light and so many blessings.
Same.